Hey, it's Tom Ferry. Welcome to Life by Design, your place online for ideas, inspiration, and how do we stay in the right business planning action. So I'm going to do a couple of videos just on the business plan, specifically helping you break down each section of the plan, allowing you to create as much certainty as possible about what has to happen, who needs to get it done, and by when, in order for you to achieve the success you desire in 2015. So if you haven't gone to tomferry.com/agent-tools, that's tomferry.com/agent-tools, and downloaded a copy of the 2015 business plan, I strongly recommend you do it ASAP. Now there's 10 parts of the plan. In this video, we're just going to cover a few of them. When you're developing your plan, the very first thing you've got to decide is your vision. What is it you want? So specifically, we ask the question, when your plan is put together and your business is fantastic, what does it look like? So you're trying to create a vision for your business. What is your North Star? What are you going for? Is it a number of transactions? Is it helping so many buyers and sellers? Is it making a dent in the real estate universe in your town? Is it becoming the #1 agent in the marketplace? It's entirely up to you. What is your vision? The second part of that is, what is your mission, right? Your mission is your purpose. What is the purpose of your business? Is it to help buyers and sellers? Is it to do more transactions? Is it to make an impact? What is your mission in the real estate business? And the last one is to take a look at your values, to actually ask yourself, as a real estate professional working with buyers and sellers, what do I value? Now, I will tell you, the value part can be deep and heavy for people. I get it. We're talking about 2015. We're talking about removing uncertainty and doubt and creating certainty. What I know from my mentor, Mike Vance, who passed away last September, he would say to me, Tom, that business professionals that have articulated their values, what is important to them, it's easier for them to make decisions. It's easier for them to decide, is it right or wrong for us to do based upon our values. So for you, you might decide that your values are things like honesty and integrity, or high profitability, or being relevant, or being progressive, or being consumer-centric. What is it that you value most in this business? Once you write those down, once you decide what it is that you value, then when someone says, hey, we've got this new solution, or you should take a look at this, or you meet a client and you realize very quickly they don't match your values, it's easier for you to say no. Does that make sense? Now, that's the big beginning of every good business plan. Deciding your vision, getting clear on your mission, your purpose, and then what are your values? What's going to be your filter for you to make good decisions moving forward? Once you've done that, when you open up the business plan, you're going to see the second page is that analysis of where did your transactions come from last year. So as we're sitting here, even though it's still end of October, beginning of November, you're going to look and say, every transaction I've done. Now, this is what happens all the time. Eddie, I get this every day on Facebook. Where's your business come from? Oh, 80% of my business comes from referrals. Really? Then I ask you to send me your list of all the transactions. And I go one at a time. Where'd you meet this one? Where'd you meet this one? Oh, I met that one at an open house. Oh, that was a Zillow lead. Oh, this was actually a referral from a friend. Oh, that was actually, God, I think I met that person at Starbucks. We have a tendency to over-romanticize about having our business be all through referral, and yet what we know is a smart agent like you is going to be diversified. You're going to have multiple things you're doing. You're going to get phone calls off direct mail. You're going to meet somebody that was a relocation buyer, as an example. Every one of those sources matter. And what you need to do is break down first and foremost where every transaction came from, and then ask yourself, can I get more from that source? Can I optimize that source? Can I make that source or that lead system more efficient, more effective? Can we squeeze the lemon more? Can we move the lever more to get more business from that source? And of course, ultimately into my marketing plan. The questions I love to ask, so you say, for example, my past clients in my sphere, right? So you draw a little line, a little box, and you got a right and a left and a top and a bottom, and you say, what can I do more of? What can I do less of? What do I need to start doing? And then what do I need to stop doing in order to generate more business from this source? So if you take the 5 or 6 places where you generated business in 2014 and you ask yourself more of less of start and stop, you're naturally and automatically going to come up with a bunch of great ways for you to turn the lever, squeeze the lemon if you will, and generate even more from that source in 2015. Then you do the next part, which is you ask yourself, what's the addressable market? How much more business could I do? What are the additional sources that I want to take on to find more sellers, find more buyers, find more renters, whatever it is you're focusing on? We've given you this big list of opportunities, lead generation solutions that you can go after. Now, once you decide, okay, I'm going to go after old expireds, I'm making that up, or I'm going to start a geographic farm because I watched those last 2 videos, so I'm going to do that, and I want to do from that 6 transactions, and I want to do 8 new transactions here and 5 new transactions there, on top of what I'm already doing, and on top of the more of less of start and stop. Now all of a sudden I've got this big total at the bottom. How many transactions am I going to do? Now once you figure out that number, by the way, here's normally what happens when you go through this process. Everybody does the same thing. They go from saying, well, I want to sell 18 homes to, oh my goodness, that's 29 properties, or that's 32 transactions I believe I can do. Once you have that, you flip to the next page, which is all about giving you your daily number. So watch this. I believe if you want to remove uncertainty and remove unnecessary drama from your business, you should know the daily number you're responsible for that will guarantee with certainty you achieving your sales success. So let's say, for example, you want to sell 36 homes in 2015. What we know after 2 decades of coaching is you can take that goal and you can times it by 40 conversations to 1 sale made. So 36 times 40, call it 1,440 conversations. I hope that's right, I'm doing it off the top of my head. 1,440 conversations. Now, I know when you do that and you write it in the numbers, you're going to go, oh, that's a lot. You don't have to do it on Tuesday. You're going to space it out over time. The next part of the plan says divide that by 11 months. I actually recommend dividing it by 10 months, maybe even 9 months, and front loading the work to make sure that you achieve the success, knowing you're going to take time off. So let's just say you divide it by 10 months for easy math. That means 140 people you need to talk to every month to guarantee your success, right? 40 conversations equal 1 sale. Then you're going to say, but I'm going to work maybe, 20 to 24 days. Let's say it's 24 days a month. That means you've got to talk to 6 people every day, 24 days out of the month, to guarantee your success. And what our clients know is we take that number 6 and we divide it in half. We say, half those conversations should be the people inside your database. Your buyers and sellers, your past clients, your sphere, your friends and family, the leads that you've met along the way that you dumped inside your database. And then half need to be to new people. A Zillow lead that just came in, someone you met at an open house, someone you met walking through Starbucks because you were wearing your company name badge. And this, my friends, is going to give you that new opportunity business. Now, of course, what you say to those leads really matter. What you say to those potential customers really matters, but that's more on a later video. So you got your daily number 6, then we say add at least 4 lead follow-up conversations every day. 4 follow-up conversations with all those buyers, all those potential sellers, to make sure that you're nurturing the relationship, establishing trust and rapport, and ultimately winning over their business so when they're ready, you're the obvious choice. That, my friends, are the first 3 parts of your business plan. On the next part, we're going to talk about how do you get it all done, how do you manage and organize it, and how do you make sure you have a big profit. And then on the next video, we're going to talk about how you can stop rolling the dice every day and create a tremendous amount of certainty. No more hoping and praying for a 7 to win, but instead fixing the dice and winning every time. Thanks so much for watching. Remember always, your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your passion rules.